Bonjour Year 8, welcome to Lesson 4 of the spring term. I hope you're having a good week and you're enjoying the learning. Today we are still talking about going out, and today we are going to be making invitations and also giving reactions. Before we start the lesson, here's a list of the equipment that you will need to get ready before you begin. You will need your French exercise book, a pen, your knowledge organizer for module 3 on class charts. If you could print slide 5, then this would be useful as well. If not, leave half a page in your book and you can collect this from me on your return to school. You could also open a tab with wordreference.com on, which is the online dictionary, to look up any words that you cannot find in your knowledge organizer. I just want to say thank you so much for uploading your lessons onto class charts. Please continue to do so in order to get very well deserved achievement points for excellent home learning. And if you do have any questions, please email me with any of the questions you have on today's lesson, and here's my email address. Merci. Copier la date. That's in the top right hand corner, the date in French. Et copier le titre, and copy the title, which is Tu veux aller au zoo? Bof, si tu veux, which means do you want to go to the zoo? And then the reply is well, if you like. Underline those neatly in your book, then write down the objective, l'objectif, which is to make and react to invitations. Pause to do that now and press play to get your do now activity. Pour commencer, to start with, here's your do now activity, and it should take no more than 5 minutes. I just want you to write down the correct parts of vouloir, which you learnt last lesson, as we learnt the whole paradigm last lesson. So just write down the French for me. There's no need to write the English. Just the pronoun or the people mentioned plus the correct form of vouloir. If you really are stuck and you can't do it from memory, then you can have a quick look back in your book. So really don't worry about it, just do your best and don't spend more than 5 minutes. Merci. Now time to check your answers. 1. Je veux. Make sure you've spelled veux correctly, V-E-U-X. 2. Vous voulez. Check your spelling here. 3. Ils veulent. And notice how it's V-E-U-L-E-N-T. Make sure that's all spelled correctly. 4. Ma mère et moi voulons. It's my mum and I, and it's the we form here, voulons. Et 5. Mes sœurs veulent. Make sure that is spelled correctly as well. Well done, Year 8. Let's move on in a second when you're ready to the activity number 1. Merci. Okay, let's start with some pronunciation practice now, Year 8. So in the left-hand column, we've got the invitations, inviting people to do different activities. And then on the right-hand column, we have reactions to those invitations. So the top section here, the top row, is positive reactions, such as good idea, bonne idée, great, chouette, and I'd like that, je veux bien. The middle section here is neutral reactions, such as okay, d'accord, well, if you like, bof, si tu veux, and I don't mind, ça m'est égal. And then at the bottom, we've got negative reactions where they really don't want to do the activities, such as you must be joking, tu plaisantes, don't want to, je n'ai pas envie, and I don't fancy that, ça ne me dit rien. Okay, so we will have lots of fun going through these, making invitations and responding them to today. But let's learn how to pronounce these properly first of all. So we'll go through all of the invitations first of all. Repeat after me. Please remember, you need to, in French just as in English, raise your voice just before the question mark, okay, with the last word, so that we know it's a question, just like you do in English. This should come quite naturally to you for that reason. Okay, écoutez et répétez. Tu veux aller au zoo? Your turn. Tu veux aller au zoo? Good. Tu veux jouer au golf? Your turn. Tu veux jouer au golf? Tu veux voir un film de science-fiction? Your turn. Tu veux voir un film de science-fiction? Good. Next. Tu veux faire du babysitting avec moi? Your turn. Tu veux faire du babysitting avec moi? Next. Tu veux faire une promenade? Tu veux faire une promenade? And the final invitation. Tu veux aller en boîte avec des copains? Tu veux aller en boîte avec des copains? Good. Now let's do those reactions. Écoutez et répétez. Bonne idée. Your turn. Bonne idée. Chouette. Chouette. Je veux bien. Je veux bien. So they're your positive reactions. Now your neutral ones. D'accord. D'accord. Bof, si tu veux. Bof, si tu veux. Ça m'est égal. Ça m'est égal. And then your negative reactions. So you can make your voice sound negative to this as well, and sarcastic. Tu plaisantes. Tu plaisantes. Je n'ai pas envie. Je n'ai pas envie. And then pronounce the final one after me. Ça ne me dit rien. Ça ne me dit rien. Well done. If you feel you need the extra practice, then please go back to the beginning and practice that again. Well done, Year 8. For this activity, just write down the French that you hear. You will hear an invitation, you'll hear that twice, and then you'll hear a reaction, and that will be said twice by me as well. Okay, pens at the ready. Pause if you need to get ready for this. 1. Tu veux aller au zoo? Tu veux aller au zoo? Bonne idée. Bonne idée. Pause if you need to. 2. Tu veux voir un film de science-fiction? Tu veux voir un film de science-fiction? Pause if you need to. Bof, si tu veux. Bof, si tu veux. Pause if you need to. 3. Tu veux jouer au golf? Tu veux jouer au golf? Ça ne me dit rien. Ça ne me dit rien. Pause if you need to. Rewind if you need to. 4. Tu veux faire du babysitting avec moi? Tu veux faire du babysitting avec moi? Ça m'est égal. Ça m'est égal. Pause. 5. Tu veux aller en boîte avec des copains? Tu veux aller en boîte avec des copains? Pause. Chouette! Chouette! Okay, so if you do need to rewind or listen back to any of that, then please do. And when you are ready, then let's go on to check your answers. Merci. Okay, now I will let you check your answers. I'll put them all on the screen, so pause just to check you've got all of these correct. Well done. And press play when you're ready and you've checked them. You've got your accents in the correct place on idée and ça and égal. And then let's move on to the next activity. Well done, Year 8. Good job, Year 8. Now I'm going to make all of the invitations in the left-hand column. I'm going to pause for you to give your reaction. You can also pause the recording if you like while you decide what your reaction could be, but let's try and keep it quite natural. So see if you can answer within the time I give you when I pause. But if you really need extra time, do press pause if I haven't given you enough time. Okay, here we go. Tu veux aller au zoo? Tu veux jouer au golf? Tu veux voir un film de science-fiction? Tu veux faire du babysitting avec moi? Tu veux faire une promenade? Tu veux aller en boîte avec des copains? Well done, Year 8. Okay, this time it's your turn to read each invitation and to pause and to wait for my reaction. Can you guess what my reaction is going to be? Okay, you can pause as much as you need to so that this seems quite natural. I will leave a space, but if it's not enough, then pause when you need to. Off you go. Question number 1, please. Ça m'est égal. Question 2, please. Tu plaisantes. Question 3. Bœuf, si tu veux. Question 4. Je veux bien. Question 5. Bonne idée. Question 6. D'accord. Well done, Year 8. When you're ready, let's move to the next activity. I have created a Quizlet for you, Year 8. So for this activity, I want you just to spend 15 minutes on the Quizlet activity. You're going to either click on the link, which is on class charts, which is also here and is connected via hyperlink. And when you get onto Quizlet, I want you to complete the activities learn and write. So just learn and write. And then finally, you're going to test yourself like you did in the last lesson. So test as well. And then send me a screenshot of your score. So you're doing learn, write, and test. And this is the title. It's assigned to your class. Module 3, Unit 1, Expo 2 Rouge. It's your list of invitations and all the different reactions. So just spend 15 minutes on that. And then when you've finished after 15 minutes, please come back to the PowerPoint. Merci. Good job, Year 8. Now we're going to look at a dialogue. So first of all, what I want you to do is just follow the text as I read it. You can do this with your finger. So first time, I'll read everything. Okay. Sam. Salut Thomas. Ça va? Thomas. Oui. Ça va bien, merci Sam. Et toi? Sam. Oui, pas mal. Tu veux aller au zoo samedi après-midi avec ma famille? Thomas. Je n'ai pas envie. Mais tu veux faire une promenade au parc demain matin? Sam. Tu plaisantes, il fait froid. Thomas. D'accord. Tu veux aller en boîte avec tes copains samedi soir après le zoo? Sam. Oui, bonne idée. À plus tard. Thomas. À plus. So that's a typical dialogue between two boys making invitations and then reacting to them. This time I'm going to be Sam and I want you to be Thomas. Okay, so pause if you need to, but I will leave some gaps. Salut Thomas, ça va? Oui, pas mal. Tu veux aller au zoo samedi après-midi avec ma famille? Tu plaisantes? Il fait froid. Oui, bonne idée. À plus tard. Okay, well done. Now, Year 8, I would like you to write your own dialogue using different invitations and reactions. You can flick back through the slides as much as you want to get inspiration for your dialogue. So if you could do the same thing that I've done with Sam and Thomas, you can change the names and change the invitations and the reactions as well. Just spend 5 minutes on this. Press play when you're ready to go on to the next activity once you have done this, but pause it for now. Great work, Year 8. And now for your final activity. I want you to write 4 invitations and reactions in French and to translate them into English. I would like you to choose 4 invitations you have not used very much this lesson and 4 reactions you haven't used very much this lesson as well. If you could do that so you're practicing all of the vocabulary. Press pause to do that now and press play to finish the lesson. Excellent work today, Year 8. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please remember to upload pictures of your work onto class charts so that I can give you achievement points for excellent home learning. Merci, au revoir.